Hello, my name is Elaine Allston, and I am the Assistant Director for the Seventh-day Adventist Regional Conference Retirement Plan. I have been working with the Regional Retirement Office since 2002, and I am excited today to present to you ADELE. ADELE stands for the Association for Development, Enrichment, and Lifelong Learning. This is a newly developed program with you, the future or current retiree, in mind. Today, I will talk about ways to better prepare for retirement and some of the challenges. As you can see, I love the beach. And when I retire in the next, 5, 6 years maybe, I plan on spending a lot of time at the beach. I love it. My office is decorated in a beach theme. It is just the ultimate relaxation for me. But I have to plan in retirement to be able to spend time on the beach. So we're going to talk today about ways to help you if you have not already retired or even if you had retired. Ways to help you. Now, one place I don't plan to work in retirement because I have to is Walmart. If I go there, if you go there, it should be because we just have this desire to meet and greet people and get out of the house, but not because we have to do it to supplement our income. I'd like to spend one slide just talking to those of you who are still working. There are several areas, if you're an active worker, that you need to be aware of and consider prior to retirement. This one is very important. Regularly check your service record. Be sure that all your service and the entities you work for are properly listed. I deal with retirement applications every day, and you would not believe how many times the process is stopped because there's service missing. Conference XYZ that they work for is not listed. So they have to go back to that conference. They have to sometimes go pull old files, verify that they work, verify the salary, verify the years they worked. And that slows down your application in the retirement process. So regularly check your service record. Begin now to pay off and consolidate your debt. Your income in retirement will be reduced and you'll be on a fixed income. If you have extra outside savings or pensions, other pensions than the church, like a 401k or 403b, when you get a cost of living allowance, which is also called a COLA, also increase the amount you're putting in them. Instead of taking that extra money and spending it on another pair of shoes or a suit or a dress, put that into your 401k, your 403b, so that you're starting to think and process for retirement. Start thinking now about where you want to retire. What city, what state? Can you actually afford to move and even live in that location? And then finally, so that you are aware, once you retire from active employment, there is no longer life insurance provided by your employer, your former employer. So how will your family cover your funeral expenses? You need to have your own personal life insurance so that your family is covered. So now let's talk about retirement and some of the challenges retirees face. There are never a shortage of points that need to be made on this subject, but there are a few main retirement challenges that can threaten your cash flow. All are real concerns that you need to think about. These are without a doubt some of the biggest retirement challenges. If left unchecked, they can really cause problems for retirees who have not planned well. There is a huge threat above all of these threats. This one threat leaves you exposed to all the rest. That threat is complacency. Faith is not complacent. Faith is action. You don't have faith and wait. When you have faith, you move. Many decisions ahead, so choose your path wisely. Whether you want to deal with them or not, there is no escaping the challenges you will face in retirement. These problems are clear and ever present, and planning for them does not change that fact. Making decisions before things happen and positioning yourself for success is what financial planning is all about. A financial plan will help you proactively manage the headwinds you face and positions you to be prepared for things you know are likely to occur. Such retirement challenges as inflation. Inflation will erode your income and assets over time, making the money you have worth less and requiring more of it to maintain your lifestyle. The longer you live, the bigger the issues becomes. This is a slow decay of your purchasing power, which results in less and less income to match your needs. Income gap. An income gap forms and is most obvious when your income sources, such as Social Security or a pension, do not fully meet your income needs. This is considered a gap between what you need and what you're receiving. This can happen while transitioning from a job into retirement, or it can develop over time due to other circumstances mentioned. It is critical to have supplemental, reliable income sources to fill this gap and have confidence in the future. If you have any other pensions, example 401k or 403b, there are other areas you need to look into, such as market changes and risk, deferred tax liability, etc. Long-term care. Long-term care is a subject that still carries confusion about whether it is a real concern. This type of care is required when you are unable to care for yourself any longer. This may be a caregiver at your home, or continuous care in a nursing home, or even some variation in between. Costs can reach as much as $10,000. This can drain assets and place significant pressure on a spouse or family members. People who have seen their parents or grandparents require care are often quick to want to take steps to cover themselves. Meanwhile, those who have not had to deal with these exorbitant healthcare costs may question if they need it. The fact is, long-term care needs to be discussed, and you should have a plan put in place. Healthcare. Healthcare costs are continuously on the rise. I repeat, healthcare costs are continuously on the rise. The issue has become a political football, making coverage, costs, and plans uncertain going forward. Medicare is in place for anyone over the age of 65, although they are discussing raising the age of this program. However, Medicare does not cover all expenses and your needs. Depending on the doctors you see, medications you take, and the level of care you expect, supplemental healthcare insurance and income planning fills the gap with covering medical expenses. Technology and medical advancements. Technology and medical advancements may not seem like a potential financial problem, but they certainly are when you consider that these things can extend life. More and more advances in the medical field are extending mortality, which in turn requires income for more years. It is said that life is being extended, but quality of life has not necessarily caught up. The later years of life may come with added medical expenses, coupled with the need for long-term care. All of these retirement challenges are manageable if planned for. However, thinking you can do nothing and float through retirement is setting yourself up for disaster. How retirement challenges can affect you. It's not uncommon for people who share their stories to learn that they didn't recognize these problems early enough. Many simply feared making the wrong decision, so they chose to do nothing. They now may have to reduce lifestyle, acquire debt to supplement their income, or sell off physical assets to live with their children or relatives. Not developing a plan for yourself to address potential retirement challenges is a gamble that you may later wish you had done something about. There is more at stake than just avoiding a decision or thinking no decision is better than the wrong decision. This is seen most often with people with 401ks who fear making changes since they have accumulated this money over a long period of time. Moving or reallocating the money is emotionally too much to handle. The idea of using the money to fill a plan for themselves is overshadowed by the fear of change. It is also seen with people who have very large sums of money sitting in bank accounts. I repeat, sitting in bank accounts. They have the money there for no other reason than the fact that they like the feeling of seeing the balance when they log into their account. They know in their mind that they probably have too much sitting and making little if no return, but the idea of change is often too much for some people to handle. Do you know someone like that? The one thing that is common between the majority of these cases is that they are not yet retired. They are often still working and don't always see the necessity of making changes to prepare for retirement. I'll repeat that. They are often still working and don't always see the necessity of making changes to prepare for retirement. This stems from the simple fact that they have income they rely on to support their cash flow and the money they have or are saving on the sidelines for the future. I want you to think about the most successful people that you know. Maybe it is a friend or relative. Maybe it is someone in your church or your community. Now, what do you believe they have done to get where they are? Successful people have a desire to make the right decision regardless of what they have done in the past. Here's what they have in common. They welcome change when it means moving closer to their goals and protecting their family. They take the time to go through a financial planning process to learn about potential threats to their retirement and are proactive about addressing retirement challenges. They are action takers and don't get too caught up in the emotional roadblocks of making decisions for themselves. Is your personal retirement plan ready for the challenges ahead? Think about it. I repeat that again. Is your personal retirement plan ready for the challenges ahead? Have you been complacent, but now realize that you want to make a change? Are you willing to make changes to prepare for retirement challenges, but just need guidance in these areas? Now, I repeat, now is the time to ask yourself these questions. And if you are already retired, it is never, I repeat, never too late to make changes. If you don't already have one, get a financial advisor today. They will be able to help you process all of this information and help you have financial and mental peace in retirement. I'm going to stop now and allow you to read the sign. Is this the sign you want to hold up? Do you want to be on the corner holding this sign? I think not. Now is the time to think about your retirement, or if you are already retired, to make changes. May God bless you as you are either preparing for, looking forward to, getting ready for retirement, or you are already enjoying retirement. Thank you.